Yo, this is day 3 of the 4-day masterclass. And today we're going to be going over calories make you fat, not carbs. And the reason why I wanted to do this call is because a lot of people have the misconception that, carbs are bad for you. And like people are scared of carbs and they think that, oh, if I have carbs, I'm going to get fat. And I'm going to, be the myth buster here and let you know that carbs are actually good as fuck for you. I eat carbs all the time, every day. So, and I'm getting shredded. So here we go. So carbs don't make you fat. We all heard that carbs are bad for you, right? You should cut carbs to lose the weight. Everybody says, oh, you got to cut carbs, do keto, do carnivore, cut out the carbs, do low carb diets. Well, let me tell you that it's false, right? Carbs are a source of energy that your body utilizes on a daily basis, right? And what happens is when you consume carbs basically just turns into glycogen, right? Which is your energy source. So there's two forms of energy that your body uses, whether it's fat, right? If you're, let's just say you're doing keto, right? If you're doing strictly just keto, your body now uses fat as energy. But when you consume carbs, it turns into glycogen, and then your body uses the glycogen as energy, right? And the reason why I don't like keto or carnivore diets, I mean, even though you can do that too, they're great diets if you stick to it, is the fact that your metabolic rate, stops consuming. Obviously, you stop consuming carbs, and now you're tapping into your fat storage and using fat as energy, but it's not sustainable. You have to think of it like this: if you're gonna do a diet like that, it's for life. You don't just do it for a month or two to cut or 3 months to cut, and then you go back to your normal diet, right? Go back to eating carbs again because now you're carb sensitive. And that's where people fuck up and they end up getting a shit ton of weight. And, that's why I like to add carbs into my clients' program and teach you guys how to eat carbs. I want to teach you guys that carbs are good for you so that way you can learn to actually incorporate into your diet. And that way you can, still enjoy life. You don't have to do all these different types of diets. It's just make this a lifestyle, right? Eating better options for yourself. And that's why in yesterday's call, I taught you how to track macros. So then that way, in today's call, you can realize, okay, I can have carbs within my diet and still lose weight and get shredded. So that being said, I put here, that's why when you cut out carbs, you feel fatigued, you feel tired, and you don't feel good overall, right? I don't know if you've ever done, if you guys are watching this and you guys probably, could attest to that. If you ever tried a low carb diet, you probably feel sluggish throughout the day. You have brain fog. You don't feel that good. Well, that's because, you're not getting enough energy. And so how does carbs benefit you with fat loss, right? So when you utilize carbs the right way, it balances out your hormones for one, right? So, and on top of that, your metabolism allows your body to keep shredding off fat and put on quality muscle, right? Reason being is because when you have the carbs in your system, you're able to push yourself a little harder in the gym and your metabolism is on point, allowing you to shred off fat while preserving muscle. So what happens is when you are in the gym and let's say you're trying to lift some heavy ass weight, your body taps into your glycogen storages to use as energy to lift the weights, all right? Same thing if you're doing sprints or cardio, whatever. Anything that you're doing, expending energy, your body taps into your glycogen storages, right? That's why like guys that are like on a bulk are able to lift heavy as fuck. It's not because they're having high protein or high fats. No, it's because they're having high amounts of carbs, right? So when it comes down to shredding off body weight or shredding down, when you manipulate your carbs and you're tracking your foods consistently, your body now is able to tap into your glycogen storages and still use it as energy even when you're on a cut. Right. That's why with me, I'm able to preserve so much muscle because I cut the right way and I still incorporate carbs into my diet. Right? I never go low in carbs. I'm like right now I'm on a cut. I'm eating about like 2,200 calories a day, and I'm having about, I would say like 200. I'm at like 250 grams of carbs a day, which isn't really a lot for me, but it's still a high amount to like the average person. And that allows me to still function the right way. I'm still strong as fuck in the gym. I'm keeping my metabolism primed. And on top of that, I'm still able to shred off body fat. All right. So calories make you fat, right? Calories overall is what makes you fat, right? So calories are what makes you gain weight. And it so happens to be that a lot of food, especially here in America, make a lot of high calorie meals that contain tons of carbs, such as pasta, sandwiches, burgers, fries, etc. Right. And when you're going out to eat, one meal such as burgers and fries, right there is roughly anywhere between 15 to 2,500 calories, right? Just in one sitting, right? So it's not just the carbs, it's the fats as well, right? So when you go to a restaurant, you ever eat like a burger, it's greasy, right? That's because there's a lot of fat in the meat. They use fatty meats using sauces, cheese, all these things. So when that myth, or not that myth, but everybody says, oh, cut out carbs or this and that. No. It's not the carbs. It's the fucking food you're eating when you go out to eat. You know what I'm saying? Or the food you're eating at home when you put all the bacon and it's everything. It's not just the carbs. It's your eating habits. So That being said, if you're trying to be on a cut or you're trying to lose weight and then you're going out to eat, let's just say 4 times a week, and you get a burger and fries, you just consumed 2,500 calories in one sitting. And let's just say your deficit, you need to be, let's just say eating, I don't know, 2,000 calories a day to be cutting on your weight loss journey. Well, now you just fucking ate 2,500 calories in one meal. And that's just from one meal. Guess you probably ate breakfast, you had lunch, and then you probably had dessert after. You probably consumed damn well 4,000 calories in a day. So it's the calories and your eating habits that's making you fat, not the carbs. So I want to make that very clear, right? So when people say carbs are bad for you, those are the same people that have no clue about nutrition and are eating out almost every day, right? So imagine trying to lose weight, but then you go out to eat and you just consume 2,500 calories off one meal. Then you have dinner, leaving you at 3,000 or 4,000 calories in one day, but your deficit should be at 1,800 calories, right? You just went over 2,000 calories. Now you're on a quote unquote surplus. So if you're supposed to be eating 1,800 or 2,000 calories in a day, but you had 4,000, duh, you're not gonna fucking lose weight. You just like consume a shit ton of calories, right? So that being said, there's nothing wrong with eating out, right? The carbs aren't the issue. It's the person that has terrible eating habits that's the issue. Because listen, I still eat out. Oh, not right now, but because I'm prepping for a show. But when I want to maintain a low body fat percentage, I still eat out. I still have good food. My clients still eat out. It's not like my clients are starving themselves. My clients aren't restricting their calories. No. What they're doing is, and what I'm doing is, we track our calories, we track our macros, we follow a game plan and a blueprint, right? And we realize we have goals in place, right? So if you want to be able to shred down body fat and you want to lose weight, you got to remember, okay, I got goals in place. I should not be eating fucking Little Debbie cakes every night. I shouldn't be having a burger 3-4 times a week, right? And if I'm going to go out to eat, I should choose better options for myself. And this is where it comes down to like having discipline within yourself. And so comes down to this, right? So this is why I preach to you guys to track your foods and follow the plan that's given to you, because not only are you setting yourself up for success, but you're getting your metabolism to where it needs to be so that if you do go out to eat, your body can handle the food and still achieve the results you want. All right. So let's just say this. Let's just say you're the type of guy that you cut out carbs and you fucking, you're doing the keto diet. I'm doing the keto diet. And then the next thing you know, you're doing it for like, I don't know, a month straight and you lost 10, 15 pounds. And you feel good. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to have a cheat meal now. I'm going to go. And then your cheat meal is you go fucking have ice cream with your family or your girl or your significant other, and you have burgers and fries. Well, you just cut out carbs for an entire month. Now you're carb sensitive, and then you consume a shit ton of calories. Now your metabolic rate is all over the place, and it shits itself. Next thing you know, you go into this binge because you're craving carbs because you miss eating that type of food. And next thing you know, you just gain an extra 10 to 15 pounds and you're like back to square one, right? The right way to do it is track your foods, be consistent with tracking your foods, still enjoy life. And then when you go out to eat, like we talked about yesterday in yesterday's coaching call, you could still, as long as you're tracking your foods, you can go out to eat and indulge as long as you're fitted in within your calorie breakdown. So let's just say you're eating 2,000 calories a day. And go out to eat, but just know that you only got 2,000 calories and you shouldn't go above that. Because if you're trying to be on a weight loss journey, you're trying to lose weight, you should stay within your means. Meaning, how I would do it, and what I teach my clients is, all right, you're eating 2,000 calories a day, preserve, and you already know, like your boys are asking you, hey, let's go out to eat dinner tonight. Or your girl's saying, hey, let's go on a date tonight, right? So now you know, okay, I got something planned for tonight. Don't go and have fucking 1,500 calories by the afternoon because now you're only left with 500 calories for dinner time. And realistically, you're not going to just have 500 calories when you go out to eat. So what I like to do is, and what I tell my clients is eat a little bit of calories. Have up to like, I don't know, 500-600 calories in the day and save the rest of your calories for when you go out to eat. Because roughly, if you're going to go out to eat, a meal, a cheat meal, or not even a cheat meal, just a meal in general, when you go out to eat, just because of the way things are cooked, if you're not getting a healthy option like chicken and rice, or like a salmon in whatever. Let's just say you get like burgers and fries. That's like the best example I can come up with is that's about 1,500 calories or 2,000 calories in one sitting. So if you save all your calories for the end of the night, you can still stay within your means and not worry about gaining weight, right? So that's why it's important to track your calories and to stay consistent with having carbs in your diet, because you're allowing your body to stay primed, right? You're priming your body to be able to consume carbs so that when you do go out to eat, your body's already used to burning off those type of calories, rather than being the type of person that you're doing this keto diet and you're starving yourself from carbs. And now you're switching up the way your metabolic rate burns calories and breaks down food. So then when you do go out to eat, it's like, holy shit, we just consumed a shit ton of food. Plus we consumed an extra macro like carbs that we're not used to consuming. And then that next thing you know, your body goes out of whack, and then you start binging and craving and all these foods. Boom, boom. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I'm trying to explain it like the best of my ability, but hope that makes sense. All right. So the last point is, all right, basically, this is basically me repeating myself, right? So if you go out to eat and your calories are at 2,000 calories a day, track your foods on MyFitnessPal, prioritize your protein for the day. I would eat up anywhere between roughly 600 to 800 calories and save the rest for a nice big meal at a restaurant, right? That will allow you to stay within your deficit and enjoy a fun lifestyle. This is perfect for the average guy that just wants to look good, feel good, and shred down some body fat. You don't have to starve yourself. You don't have to restrict yourself. You don't got to cut out carbs. No, no, no. Just track your calories. It's very simple. Listen, I just made a quick meal before the call. That's what I was eating before we started this coaching call. I just put it on my, I just weighed it out, put it on MyFitnessPal, and I'm tracking my foods throughout the day. It takes me 30 seconds. If you can't take 30 seconds out of your day, then this shit ain't meant for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just very simple things, very simple tasks. So if you could just stay consistent with tracking your foods and you get used to it, now you know, okay, I got this, and I can still go out to eat and enjoy. And so, and another big thing too is when you do go out to eat, remember what your goals are, right? Remember the fact that you want to lose weight. Remember the fact that you want to get shredded. You want to get lean. You want to build that confidence. So if you are going to go out to eat, at least choose better options for yourself. You don't got to be the type of person that has to eat like everything you see on the menu. No, you can still have a good ass time, right? Like for me, when I go out to eat, I'll get steak and fries. Like that to me is delicious. I love it. All right. I don't get chicken and rice because I eat that shit at home and I don't want to have to eat chicken and rice when I go out to eat. But you can still indulge. Just choose better options for yourself, and don't be that type of person that just starts fucking having everything and everything you see when you do go out to eat. Like remember what your goals are, right? Because no one's coming to save you. Right? No one's holding your hand. Right? You have to have that discipline and say, you know what? I'm gonna, eat out. I'm gonna enjoy myself, but I'm not gonna go above the calories that I set for myself. And then that's gonna allow you to really make a big game changer within your life. And it's gonna allow you to still enjoy life, still enjoy that fun lifestyle, be able to go out to eat, be able to enjoy with your friends and family, but still get the results you want. All right. So this is like today's coaching call. Hope this makes sense. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, let's go ahead and end it real quick.